Hey guys, so welcome back to another little thing I'm doing. So it's just a quick guide on exactly how to run non-bot protection sites. And this is exactly how my setup goes. So with proxies, I start off by running DCs, especially for these non-bot protection sites. You really want to have the fastest checkout speeds. And with profiles, I run a variety of profiles. I know privacy has faster processing times compared to other hard cards. So that's a plus two if you can run that. So let's get started with harvesters. So normally with harvesters and stuff, you normally don't need it for most bot protections for most non-bot protection sites, but maybe you would need like a capture harvester, checkout capture harvester. And so let's just quickly get started with the setup. So whenever you're setting up non-bot protection sites, you want to go in and you want to hit your backspace key on store, and then you would put in the URL. So it'd be, let's just say we want to run Kith. No, let's say we want to run Laker Store. So Laker Store, the URL would be this, and then you want to hit the enter key. So then what you want to go do is, depending on what you have, so whether it be EL variant, you want to put that in right here. And the good thing with Nebula is the fastest way to really check out is to run mass variants and run all the different variants you can and copy and paste them in. And variants pretty much the way you put it in is just put variant number one, then hit enter, and then hit variant number two, and pretty much you can go like that and put in all your mass variants. Once you check that box, you go in one, enter, enter, there you go. So then you have your profiles right here, and then you have task mode. So what I like to do is just always run a mix of fast, and I like to run a few restock tasks because sometimes they do end up hitting, especially on certain non-bot protection sites. So just want to mainly run those fast and then a little bit of restock. And then what I like to do is run a solid amount of tasks, especially with these non-BP sites because they do end up getting a little laggy. So having a good amount of tasks while not also getting your proxies banned is actually a very good combo. And depending on if they have a login, run the login. That's optional. And then shipping rates, I would say, especially with these non-bot protection sites, if you can get shipping rates, it is good to have. And which also running things like schedule if you're not if you're away from your computer and want to run uh, for a certain drop that's happening. The good thing with Nebula is in non-bot protection sites, there's no captures or anything, so you can just schedule your tasks. Store password, that's only needed if like you need to enter in a password. And what I like to run is just tick this off with non-bot protection and just check out as many times as possible. And pretty much this setup has worked for me a ton successfully. And what I really like to do is, in case sites do decide to switch up, like add like bot protection last minute, I'll have a few safe mode tasks loaded up right here. So just have a few safe mode tasks loaded up in the second group, but focus mainly on your main task right here. And what I like to do is start at around 7,500 delays right before the drop to make sure that all my fast mode tasks do end up passing through queue and they're ready for the release. I like to start with non-BP sites. If the queue is like massive, I like to start like 5 to 10 minutes in advance and just keep it at really high delays, and it won't affect like your usage because if you're running DCs, it won't like ban them or anything. Just make sure you're running high delays when you're starting. And I just, as a good thing, I just purge cache because I just think I can just do it. And then I like to drop down to 3,500 right before the release. And if you have a solid amount of proxies, you could probably risk going to 2,500 or 1500. I have a lot of success just running 3500 because I'm running like 50 proxies and a good amount of tasks, which is probably like 75 tasks. And that's pretty much it. And if you ever need a duplicate, just click the button right here and then duplicate your tasks. Mass edit is important because say you want to mass edit on the fly, you can just edit, and then pretty much that's really it. And it's really simple. And also just quick things like if you ever want to like put in settings and all that. I know like it's hard to find out sometimes, so just go in here to put in all your shipping rates and all that, and your webhook's there. So this is where you put in all your shipping rates, by the way, as I mentioned previously. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.